Good to be with you again, St. Mark's Church family and friends. I was looking at Psalm 36, and if we start with the fifth verse, your steadfast love, O Lord, extends to the heavens, your faithfulness to the clouds. Your righteousness is like the mighty mountains, your judgments are like the great deep. You save humans and animals alike, O Lord. How precious is your steadfast love, O God. All people may take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house, and you give them drink from the river of your delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Oh, continue your steadfast love to those who know you, and your salvation to the upright of heart. Do not let the foot of the arrogant tread on me, or the hand of the wicked drive me away. The first part of this Psalm 36 talks about the wicked and what they seem to be getting by with, but they're not really getting by with it at all. But then it shifts in verse 5 to emphasize to us that God's steadfast love extends to the heavens. It's too much to be measured. It's beyond being quantified. God's faithfulness to the clouds. We can depend on God. He's a constant. And his righteousness is like the mighty mountains, the mountains that surround Israel and all through the land. Your judgments are like the great deep. Some translations say, you're judging of us or our sinfulness, but we don't really know how deep the deep ocean goes. We don't understand, haven't seen it. We have few ideas, but God's judgment really turns out to be God's love and grace. And it's deeper than you and I can perceive or understand. How precious is your steadfast love, he says again, that people may take refuge under your wings. Being a country boy, I know about when an old hen would have little chickens and there'd be a hawk in the area and she'd cluck to those little chicks and they'd run and she'd spread her body, spreading her wings out, making herself look bigger than she really was to protect those little chicks. And God can be like that for us when we need him, to be big enough to hold us close and to protect us. We are fed on the abundance that God has and given to drink from the river of his delights. For he's the fountain of life and we see light in his light. When we try to make it our own, we don't have enough understanding and insight. But when we seek God to guide us, we have the benefit of his insight and his strength. So the psalmist asked, let me continue and your steadfast love and keep your steadfast love coming to all of us, for we need it. That's the truth for all of us, isn't it? Lord, without you, we get in trouble. Without you, we slip and temptation takes care of us and overcomes us. But when we trust you and walk in your light and seek your presence, you always protect, provide, and love us and care for us. Help us to remember that and to be thankful. Amen.